Ever feel overwhelmed by the sea of credit card options? Picking a new credit card can entail a lot of decisions. Do you want to earn cash back or travel rewards? Are you unwilling to pay an annual fee, or might you be willing to pay an annual fee on a card with better rewards? Is there something specific you're looking to get out of the card, like help building your credit scores, a long 0% APR period, or perhaps a giant sign-up bonus? Finding the best credit cards can certainly feel overwhelming. That's why NerdWallet's team of credit card experts, which includes myself and other personal finance colleagues, reviewed more than 250 credit cards to find the best. We have more than 80 years of combined experience studying credit cards and personal finance. No, I'm not 80, but we used 80 years of combined brainpower to rate credit cards across more than 100 categories. There are travel credit cards, secured credit cards, cards for students, and more. Ultimately, there's no one best credit card. The best credit card for a student seeking to build credit might be different from the best credit card for a parent of ravenous teenagers looking to maximize grocery rewards. But let me help you break down the considerations you should make to find the best credit card specific to you. Now let's start by talking about the annual fee. This is one of the biggest considerations to make when picking a credit card. Generally speaking, the higher the annual fee, the more the perks on the card. If you're just not interested in those perks, or maybe you're someone who doesn't want to pay an annual fee on a credit card, know that there are plenty of great credit cards out there that don't have an annual fee. If you're a disciplined spender though, who pays your balance in full each month, a card with a high annual fee and generous rewards to match can be worth it. But if you carry a balance, prioritize low or no fee cards to minimize interest charges, as the cost of interest and fees will far outweigh the value of any rewards you get. Even for people with excellent credit, paying an annual fee for a card might not make sense if you don't anticipate using the perks, which can sometimes be admittedly annoying to redeem, particularly if you don't often travel. Now, speaking of perks, consider your spending habits and whether they align with credit card rewards. Many credit cards offer bonus points on certain categories like gas, groceries, restaurants, and gyms. Though not always true, you can usually anticipate higher rewards rates on cards with higher annual fees. Also, consider if you'd rather earn your rewards as cashback versus points. Cashback is so much easier to redeem, but points can sometimes be more valuable depending on the type of redemption you've found, particularly for travel-related redemptions. Now, I mentioned cashback and points. One of the best ways to get a huge windfall of points in one go is via a card's intro bonus. If the card you're considering has an intro bonus, it'll typically entail a hefty amount of points or cashback for meeting a minimum spending requirement within a few months. Now, if you're already planning a big purchase anyway, then timing a credit card application around that can be a smart way to take advantage of getting rewards, which might otherwise be out of reach in a normal month of spending. Assuming that you can pay off that intended purchase in full by the next billing cycle, then a credit card's intro offer can net you rewards without getting hit with interest charges. That said, don't be tempted by the intro offer alone. Prioritize rewards that align with your long-term spending habits, and consider how any potential annual fee might also eat into the value of the rewards offered through a sign-up bonus. Now, I mentioned annual fees, but consider any potential other fees. These are things like foreign transaction fees and can really kick in, especially if you're someone who travels internationally often. And of course, there's the card's interest rate. Now, if you're someone who never carries a balance, then the interest rate might not matter to you at all, as any interest charged on a $0 balance is still $0. But if you do sometimes carry a balance month to month, prioritize cards with a low interest rate. Now, before applying to any credit card, understand your credit scores. Cards with the best rewards typically require good to excellent credit. Now, credit score is not necessarily a guarantee of approval on any credit card, but if your credit score is not yet considered excellent, you may be less likely to get approved for some of the best rewards credit cards. Instead, use this time to focus on building your scores with products, and some can help you specifically with this, like secured credit cards. Every credit card delivers value in its own way, and there are always trade-offs. If you want high perks, you'll likely pay an annual fee. If you want a low interest rate and no fees, don't expect much in terms of rewards. In other words, you're unlikely to find a single card that offers a high interest rate, a long 0% APR period, a rock-bottom ongoing interest rate, generous perks, and no annual fee. Your task? To identify which of those features are the most important and how you can prioritize those. From there, visit NerdWallet.com for a list of all our top picks in all sorts of categories. With that, you're equipped to pick the best credit card for you.